just a good old boy.
Howdy y'all. I am cutting some good hay. We've got a little bit of a weather break again, so I'm taking a chance again. Hope I don't get bit this time, because it's really going to hurt if I do. I'm cutting a pretty decent size field down, or section of this farm down, not field, section of this farm. And I'm hoping that everything will go alright when we get it square baled. I'm going to do some praying here in a little bit. Ask good Lord to bless us with some dry weather, so that way we can get this hay up dry. But we are cutting today. I cut all day yesterday, some cow hay. It didn't rain on it right after I cut it, which it ain't gonna hurt it. I do not do my high quality hay that way, but as far as cow hay goes, if it rains on it right as soon as I cut it that day, or if it's raining while I'm cutting it, it's no big deal. It won't hurt it. But as far as my higher quality hay and stuff, I won't cut it down at all unless it's going to be dry. It did rain though last night. The grass is wet as I'm cutting it, so I am windrowing it to try to get it to help dry the ground out. I'm going to come back in here later today. As soon as I get done with this, probably it should be dry by then, and the ground should be. It's very important I get the ground dry. If you don't, it will just, the hay will sit there, and after you ted it out, it continue to draw moisture out of the ground, even though while it lays there, and it prolongs the drying time period to be even longer, or makes it longer. So it's good to roll it up like this and get the ground dry first. It doesn't take long, really. It don't. If you can get it pulled up and the sun's out and in the middle of the summer like right now, and it's hot outside, it will not take long to dry the soil out underneath, and then you can scatter it out, and it will really help with the dry down time. At least that's what I found. Probably going to use the tedder I put the new teeth on to do this, or fluff it today when I get around to it. Dad's fluffing what I cut, or he's going to fluff what I cut yesterday all day. It's all cow hay. The round roll, Johnson grass is in it. That's why it's cow hay. It's just a mix. Anything's got Johnson grass in it, I cull it, and it's cow hay. Next year, I'm not doing it this year, but I can tell you right now, next year we are going to have to do a lot of spraying for Johnson grass and an outrider from the looks of what I'm seeing. There's pods sticking up in a lot of these better quality fields that we have, and where we get our higher quality field. Like right here, I've got a little grouping of Johnson grass. This little set's right here around where the haying for cows used to be, because there was cows on this. It's right here where it was at, where they ate Johnson grass bales, pooped it out, and now the seeds has come up there. I'll roll it. There's certain spots in this section that you have to roll because the ground's so rough. I just don't want to run the accumulator and squire baler across it. It's not worth it. So I just go over and roll it up for right quick with a round baler. This stuff is big. It's a hair on the dog's neck. Again, this is the field that we were in when we were having so much trouble baling with the old baler. We thought, well, we thought it might have been the baler, but it wasn't. It was not the baler at all. It was the fact that the hay was just so dang thick, because the brand new 1840 had a lot of trouble with it too. And then I come in here and I baled part of it with the round baler because it was so heavy, and I had to go slow with the round baler just baling it because it was so heavy. And it's thick again. It's not as thick as it was then. This spring, it was just insane how heavy this field was. But it's not that thick this go around, but it is heavy. In certain spots, certain areas, it's good. It's thick. Like I like to see it. But some areas, it's right down there where the ditches are and stuff, or where the natural funnels, I guess you could say, not ditches, in the field, where the water tends to collect. It's very heavy. So I don't know how that's going to go. It may wind up and just round bale right down where that natural funnel's at, and instead of just trying to spur it. It's just so dang heavy. It's unreal. I mean, even for an inline, it's unreal. They'll eat just about anything as far as thickness of hay. watching, and I'll see y'all next time.